Hey everybody, we're here at Smokey Bone BBQ in Twin Falls, a new establishment just opening up this week, the first week of March, and we're here with Juan, the owner. Now, this is crazy to me because, first of all, congratulations on all the success. You've had a restaurant for the last couple of years up in Haley that's just blown up, a catering business that blew up. You've got a food truck that you were bringing down here, and all of a sudden, like, people just love your barbecue. So what made you decide, hey, I want to open a restaurant in Twin Falls?
Well, there's no barbecue in Twin, and I think Twin needs a little something different than what we already had, but than what's already here in Twin. So why not? Let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. Make the best out of it.
Now, talk to us a little bit about. Oh, by the way, we brought Bobby, the resident foodie at Refresh Digital Marketing, and she talks a lot about smoking meat on the weekends and stuff. So I'm like, okay, we got to bring Bobby, right? And so, talk a little bit about. I heard you guys talking back and forth about the different types of barbecue. What is traditional Southern barbecue? So tell us a little bit more about that.
So traditional Texas style barbecue. I'm not from Texas, or any of that. I've just learned barbecue. And it's a little different than what people have in mind of grilling. Grilling or barbecue here in Idaho is more of a burger and steaks on a grill. Barbecue for what I'm doing here is Texas style barbecue. We cook our briskets for about 16 hours, same thing our pork butts. We cook with apple wood and a blend of cherry wood. Whatever we can source, it's sold locally. I've been getting the wood over from, Paya area. So it's one of those things that you just love, and I care. I love doing it. So why not?
Yeah. Let's talk about your pit for a second. How big is your pit here in Twin Falls?
Our pit, it's about 36 square feet cooking surface. So we use, for our long cooks, we use an old hickory pit, which is well-known pits here in the U.S. That's where we cook our briskets and pork butts. Simple rubs on everything, salt and pepper. They go in about 3 in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and they'll be coming out of the smoker about 5:30 in the morning, 6 in the morning. It all depends on the temperature, the thickness of a brisket, how thick it is, or how big a pork butt is. We might have to go longer, shorter, but we have our temperature we like to cook them to. Ribs, beef ribs, chicken, turkey breast. So everything's got a pretty basic rub on it. And again, we just use apple and cherry wood, or whatever we can find. We like to cook with fruit woods. I think it's the difference between like oak and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear they're still working on putting the finishing touches on this place, right?
Yes.
So, almost done, almost ready to open the doors. What's been for you, from a business standpoint, just getting to that point of the grand opening to get things going? What have been the biggest challenges that you've had to overcome?
The biggest challenges has been having to get the smoker, because it's a commercial smoker, put inside the building. So that was a big challenge because we have to follow the rules of the city, and the city of Twin Falls has been great. John Victor has helped a lot. BSNR has been big help on that. But that's one of the biggest challenges so far. But I hope it's all done and ready to go.
You're ready to go.
Yeah.
So, what are your plans for grand opening and anything special that people need to know? You're located right here on the corner of Shoshone and 3rd, and the old Juanita's restaurant, if anybody knows where that was located. Anything else that you have coming up with the grand opening week?
Yes. So we have our parking lot's not too big, but we have the city parking lot that's just half a block to our south of us that people are more than welcome to go park there. So we're also gonna have some parking here But the other thing is, we cook our stuff, like I said earlier, our stuff takes about 16 hours to cook. So we only gotta be cooking so much. So we only, we'll be cooking enough for people to come in and enjoy. But after a certain time of the day, if we're out, we're out of the brisket. It's not like we can just whip one up real quick on the grill. Everything's homemade. Our salads are homemade. Our barbecue sauce is made in house. All that stuff. So call-ins are more than welcome. To reserve some stuff. If you're not getting off work till 5 or 6 o'clock, you can call ahead. Early in the morning and reserve a rack of ribs or whatever. So that'll help me gauge, how much I need to start cooking.
Yeah, this is super interesting to me because in the South, that's how the barbecue joints work, right? You can't just manufacture or pull. You're not pulling stuff out of the freezer. I mean, everything's made fresh every single day. So once it's out, and it's something that maybe folks in Twin Falls might not be used to.
Yeah, and that's true. I've been to Texas. I've been to Kansas City, Missouri. I've been to St. Louis, and there's lines out the door at this local, there's barbecue places down there. And once they're out, and that could be a good thing for me here, or that could be a bad thing, because I don't want people to think that I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
Right.
But I don't own a freezer in my location in Haley. At the restaurant, there's no freezers. I'm gonna be owning a freezer here, just because of the simple fact that I'm adding fries. I'm adding sweet potato fries. I'm adding fried okra, onion rings, fried pickles to our menu, and that's where we're gonna be keeping all of our frozen stuff that needs to be frozen. That's the only reason we're gonna be owning a freezer in this restaurant here. So that other one will be 3 years that we've been open, and there's no freezer. We have refrigeration, but no freezer. For the same reason, we keep everything pretty fresh. Everything's made in house.
One last question for me. Favorite barbecue style? Texas?
Texas. Texas, it's because you can make it whatever you want it to be. But if people don't like spicy, then you're okay, because Texas style barbecue is not spicy. But you do also have the option of adding, a spicy hot sauce, or some sort of pepper or something. But if you don't like spicy and you go to, let's say, St. Louis, where it's a little bit more spicy, you're stuck with that spicy rib or that spicy brisket or that spicy sausage. You know what I mean? So Texas style, it's more, I feel like you can play with it more, so.
Now, last question for me is the restaurant business, man. It can be tough, right? And it's every day. It's a consistency. It's early mornings, late nights. Like for you, why get into the restaurant business, and why did you decide that this was the life that was going to be for you?
I grew up in a big family. I have 7 sisters and 5 brothers. So the whole time in my childhood, and I'm the baby. So as I was growing up, I saw, my mom, my sisters, my brothers cooking. They were always in the kitchen. So once I got older and I'd done all sorts of kinds of work. I've been a painter. I've done whatever. So cooking is one of the things that's like, this is me. This is what I like doing. This is where I find myself being happy. Like I don't care what time of the day it is, as long as I'm like cooking or eating something or doing something in the kitchen, I can go, the whole time. And it's even better now that I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing what I like, and it's awesome that people are, giving me great feedback, enjoying what I'm creating, what I'm doing for them. So, yeah.
Well, congratulations on the new spot here, man.
Thank you.
Wish you all the best of luck. Thanks for talking with us.
Thank you so much. Yep.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.